Hi everyone, my name is Saul Gomez. Today we're gonna see what we can expect when we go into the house to install one alkaline system. So that's what the customer's gonna have it, and that's what you need to know before you start it to be sure we have all these parts. So the first thing is gonna be get this tank. This tank is a 3 gallons tank because this system we make 72 gallons of water a day, alkaline water. So he make 3 gallons the water for hour. It's very important to know. Sometimes when we got a slow pressure, we have to make put the air into the ball and make it. We sure we got at least 5 PCI in here. So we need to measure that one. So we sure we got the right pressure in. So this is the system you're gonna get it while we're gonna open it with all the parts. We're gonna have it here. First, we're gonna have it the faucet part, but that's important. The other way we're not gonna finish. And we have it the key. In these parts, you guys not need to put in anything. All the parts including. So I'm very close to sure that you not need more than that. Then I'm gonna get the alkaline part system. Very important to know to get it all the parts. So before you start it, we sure we got all these parts. So that way we are gonna finish the installation in the place. So this is the alkaline system. All the key parts in it. Faucet. That's what the client is gonna have it. Now, what tools you're gonna have it? I know you had your normal tools, but these tools is special because that way you're gonna need it. First, we got to measure the PCI pressure in the water. Why? Because this system needed at least 40 PCI to work properly. When you don't have it that pressure, you have to get one more step. What is that? It's to put a pressure motor so we can get enough. So we sure we have enough pressure to work it out. We have it less than 40, it's not gonna work. So it's not wasting your time to try to put it because it's not gonna work. So that happens normally when you got a big buildings like 10, 15 floors, that might happen. So then you need to order a pump that's gonna go with the system. So we sure we make the 40 PCI pressure all the time. So this is very important. It's one of the parts you have to know because when you started, that's the first thing you need to do it. Other two things we have here is those drill bits. These two drill bits is special for ceramic. You know, some of those, I see people try to make holes in those things. It's not gonna happen with the special bits. I have it two sizes. I always, normally myself, start with the little one and start with the 1/2 inch bit. So that's very important you have it into your tools. Other thing you need to have it is this 1/2 inch drill bit for counters, for granite. That's a diamond point, so we sure you got the right bit to cut it. Normally you're gonna take it between 2 and 3 minutes to do a hole. So we sure we have it this one, otherwise we're gonna have a problem when we try to do this holes. So 1/2 inch diamond bit. Another one so important is this regular drill bit. This one is a 1/4 inch. Because all the system, all these hoses is coming in the 1/4 inch hose. So when you see the installation, you know why is this special and very important. Why I put a tape in this one, because when you see what I use it, that is gonna make a sense for you. The other one we needed is the little special point for the stainless steel. Sometimes when we go in the houses, there's no holes available for the system, and we have to make it one. So this is the bit you can use it. It's gonna be a lot easy to use a regular bit for make a hole in the stainless steel. So all these parts very important you have it, plus your regular tool. Today we're gonna make it installation in real time and see how long it's gonna take me to do it, but what tools we are gonna need it. So everything is gonna be here. So we are gonna try to do the installation and the easy way you see it how we can do. Normally plumbers know what's RO installation, but we're gonna do this video for you guys to make it easy. Welcome back. We're gonna start again with we followed the other video. Now we're gonna tell you a little tricks, a little things we need to do it before the installation. Once we have a stainless steel, we got ceramic sinks. We have to tell the owner where he wants the hole. Sometimes we have a holes already in it, but he don't want it. You see, he wants the water on the other side. So that way, the first thing we're gonna need to tell what we can use, but where he wants it. That's the first thing, you know. That way, the client is gonna stay good when we leave out of there. So another thing which is very important, some of the sinks is having an air gap. The air gap is designed for the dishwashers, and many of the states you have to have it. So we not gonna remove those things out of there because we can create a big problem. Okay, so let the air gap stay what it is. It's a lot easier to make another hole. And even the client say, you know what, I don't want to make another hole, take the air gap. You have to explain it what is going to happen. You know, see, you get the garbage disposal, the air gap down, and you don't do it right, see, the system is going to clog, the water is coming come up, you know, and if you have a garbage disposal, when you turn it on, you know, all the water is going to be going in the sink. So it's going to make a lot of more problems. So don't take that air gap out of there. Just make it right. Tell the owner or the client what is the problem. It's a lot easy to make a hole. So just ask him where he wants it. So many times the people have it like soap dispenser. You might see you don't make any problem to remove it and put the faucet there. But we have to do it the right way so we can close the faucet, our faucet, the easy way. Okay, so at continuation, we're going to start another video with all the full installation in real time. That way you're going to take the view that how long you're going to take it to install. That's the most important. So sometimes when you see it, you know how much you can ask and how long it's going to take the job. Sometimes you have a little difference between side the sink and piping and everything. But in basic, we're going to see how long it's going to take the installation, the full installation in one system. Okay, so what we do it now is we're unpacking all the boxes. We sure we have everything ready. That's going to be a lot easy when you got all the stuff out of the boxes in one. So that way when you go in, you have everything ready. Be sure to be careful with this box, it's the most important. Everything inside is all the filtration system, the one is going to do it. This is what we call it RO system, alkaline. Okay, so what we started is turn off the water, so we got the water off, and get the hose out of there. So that's very important. Always we figured out this. We need to know there's a cold water. Okay, so we got a cold water, no hot, no hot, only cold water. Okay, we have now the adapter. The good thing in this part is you can use it like 3/8 one side or 1/2 inch you use it the other way. So we're gonna use it 3/8 in this time because that's what the faucet in there. Just remember, we don't need to use nothing like pliers to tie this part because that's this got on seal in it. So we don't need it. We don't need to do it. We have to do it like hand tie That's gonna make it a lot easier for us. Tie it off enough. Now we put it back the hose the way it's before. So that way we're gonna get it now the connection ready for the alkaline system, which is a 1/4-inch hose. Okay, tie that one. This one you can use a little bit the pliers or something to tie, just a little bit, not much, because you still got the seal. Remember that the part of the faucet, the 3/4, is always you can spin it. Very sure you need to close it up before you open the water. We have to open the water so we're sure no leakings. That's the most important. At time you don't leak it once, it's gonna be fine. That's why leave it open so we sure we got everything without leak. So let's continue. Now when we do it this, we're gonna start doing the hole for drain. Like what I said before in the other videos is we're using a 1/4-inch drill bit. Put the tape and a point, just let it go like 1/4-inch, because that way when you drill you don't go that far. Other ways you can go through in the pipe and you have a lot of work to do. So put the tape in, it's gonna be a lot easier for you, so you don't need to work a lot. So now we got now the drain hole. Let's start making the trap or the drain part, set it up. So that way when you need it, it's already done. Very important, this little seal is coming with the parts, see? And this part of the kit. What you do is take all expose the glue part and glue it into the part, but this can be a lot easy. This part is going this way. You're looking here, you have it right in the middle of the hole, so that way when you put it in, it's gonna be sealed. So put that one in there. This one you can push it, or you can use something like pliers to put the nuts in place, so when you screw it, that one is gonna stay there. Gonna make a lot easy. So now what I do is I put this one in here, the screws ready to go, and we're gonna go to the next step. Now the most important in here, after you've done this part, is the pressure. You have to check the pressure, because you don't have enough pressure, there's no sense you keep going, because no pressure unless you have the pump to make the pressure, to work it up. This pressure is gonna, that's why you need to check it out. The system needed at least 40 PSI, so you have it less than that, it's not gonna work. That was very important to check before you start it. Okay, what we do is put this hose, get shut up so we can hold in the pressure, and let's see how much pressure we have. Okay, that's gonna go. Let's see. We a little bit up in 40s, so be in good range to work. So time to keep going. Okay, now we got this one in here, and what we do is I make it this the red hose you can leave it because you're gonna use it now for the supply, and we are gonna start the next step now. This step is to put the faucet. Now we know we got the water. Now it's time to put the faucet. It's very important to see the way he's going. Get it out of the back and check all the parts. This one is very important. You need to see those two little rings in there. That's a seal ring. It's very important, so we sure we have it. And the only thing you need is push it in. That way you're gonna sure we got it the right way. That's just all you needed. You don't need it anything else. You don't need screws. We make the system easy to work it out. Now we have these parts, and this is very important to know where is this part going. First we got the nut, we got the washer, then we got the adapters, and here we have two seals. That's two seals is very important to go. First, when we do it is we're gonna put the first seal, the little one, that's gonna go first. So that way we can seal the first part. This one is an adapter. When you have a bigger hole in the sink, that's the one you needed. This one is the second seal that's gonna go in the top part. Okay, like you see it, we seal the first part and we seal the second part. That's very important to have those two seals so we don't leaking down in the bottom part. Okay, so you gotta be sure we have this one in the right place. What we do is I have to tie first down on the bottom, but we needed this faucet, the handle that when you open, and we sure we don't got right in the middle of the sink, you know, in the side. So I'm gonna start tying in the bottom part. This one is gonna go first, the washer and the nut. Now it's time to start tied up. Okay, what I'm doing here, I have to check it out that this one can be right in the center. Remember, the hole is too big, and when you have it right in the side and you tie it and you have a little gap, the water's gonna start getting down. So we sure we got everything ready, the seal in place. So when we start tying it, and you tie it in the right way. Okay, see now we tie it now. I know where to go. I have to tie it one more time from here, but I do it from the top, so I'll be sure we got it right, everything in the center, and that's very important. The chart we have to get in the side so we don't got right in the middle of the faucet. So now it's tied, now it's good. Now we go down to tie the enough so we're not gonna move anymore. Okay, now we got it good. I have it this one tied. It's time to the next step. Got everything, we got the faucet, we got the supply. So now let's get the next step. What we're gonna do it is we're gonna take this cartridge, this one, and the reason this one is for hold the pressure of the water. You see, with the alkaline water, we create a lot of oxygen and a lot of hydrated. So that make it like kind of explosion, no? So this one, when you do it, this catch all the pressure, so you're not exploded the water every time you open the faucet. So that's the reason. So when we do it is, I'm using these two. Okay, and this part is very important. You're very sure you got the hose enough inside, otherwise it's gonna be leak. See, like you see in here, I mark it. We have almost ½ inch in. That way I'll be sure no leakings. The system is designed just to put it, the push in, no nuts, no screws, nothing like that. Just push it in. But you have to push it enough so the hose not leaking. So at the time you know that, everything is gonna be fine. Now you see everything so far is so easy. Not a lot of problems you can have it with this. This system is designed to get an easy install. So now we got that part. This cartridge, remember, that's for just water pressure. Now it's time to put the base of the system. Just get that out of there. Just only you need to pull it up, and you got now the base. The base is so important. It's very important to figure out to leave a little bit of space in the bottom, so the cover he can close by the end of the job. Raise it up a little bit. You can go an inch, and you almost that's almost the last stage you can do it. Is put that one right, level it up, and remember, just at least keep it at least 1 inch in the bottom part so you can get the right way. Okay, now we are gonna put this part right here. It's only we need to set it up in there. Now we are gonna start to untie all these hoses. This one in specific is the drain. It's very important to know this drain is got a little reduction part. Without this part, it's not gonna work. So you only need to get, like you see the little part, this yellow part, it's a reductor. Without this, the system is not gonna work. So we sure we have it. See, you see any trouble that the system is not working, that's one of the pieces you have to check. So we got this restriction, put it back in the drain part. Now it's time to install the drain. Always keep the hose not too long, just get enough. Use your cutters and cut it. Now it's time, just remember, using just the hose good enough. And here it's very important when you put it in this hose through to leave at least 1/4 inch straight in, so when you put in the pipe, just go into the pipe. That's very important because that way you don't get leaks in it. So that's the way it's going. Now it's time to screw the back part so we can finish the drain part. Okay, now it's time to put this one in here. To screw tight the screws. You can use the drill. Just be sure we got a slow speed drill so you're not gonna break the pieces. Remember, it's all plastic, so you don't want to break it up. So let's get that one done. Now, okay, now it's done. Now what I do is I'm gonna take this part in here, and I put a little white hose. Remember, all the alkaline part, you're gonna use a blue hose or white hose. That's just to know the colors going. Now what I do is this white part is gonna go right in the T. See, you're gonna see this T all the time in here. What I do is cut the pipe you get, you need it only. This T always in the system. Take these two hoses, and this one is gonna go right in the T. You see, that's the flow of the water. The other part of the T, that's gonna go in the tank. So you put the other white hose, then that's gonna go right in the tank. Now what we do is let's get the water supply in. Now it's connected. So what I do, I'll connect it up in here. You're gonna see the supply, a little piece all the time, so you should not can mix the hoses. Okay, now we're turning it up in here, and I put the water supply in it. There we go. Now we have it. Now we got the water supply. We got the hose going up in the faucet, and the other one is going to be going down in the tank, and we have the drain ready. So now it's time to put the tank. And this part is very important to you guys use plumber tape. At times you guys use at least between 3 and 4 turns the plumbing tape, you guys not gonna have a problem and for leaking. This system is really easy to install, and you don't need to use like flyers to tie this part. You can do it by hand. At time you're using 3 or 4 rows the flan in it, it's gonna be fine. Okay, what we're doing right now is tie with your hand. You don't need to do it more than that. You see, it's done. What I do, I'm gonna start with the close the ball, so the water you don't go through the tank, and I explain to you why. So now I'm gonna start cleaning this part in here because the system is already done. So we're gonna get this part done. Clean it up. Okay, now we got the system ready. We got the water, we got the tank, we got the water supply done, no leakings. So it's time to start the water. So we start filling up. So let's get the flow done into the system. Check everything is done. Ready. We got everything set up. Now it's time to turn the water on. There we go. Now we got the water on, and we're gonna start checking all the leaks, no pressure. You see it right away where the pressure is gonna go. Now, when you got the pressure already done, it's time to put the cover. I see that's all the system do it. That's the installation. Alright. Well, like you guys see it, now we finished installing the alkaline system. You see, we don't take a lot longer. We take almost 20 minutes or less. But in a normal time, you're almost taking like around by 30 minutes. That's how with the installation of the alkaline system. You don't take it longer. What I do is, I'm gonna take water out of the system, so we sure we got alkaline. And also we have to have the drops with that special to testing the alkaline part. So, like you guys see it, we have the alkaline. That's the most important. That's what the system is supposed to do. So right now what I do is I open this, I let it drain completely, and after that what I do is I'm gonna open the tank and the bottle. And right now it's closed. After this, close it up, open the tank, then talk to your client. What is important in the water, what is in the water you have to do, and also the capacity. So important that people understand. We can have a 3 gallons of water every hour. So that's the most important. So now what I do is, I'm gonna tell the client, I'm gonna open the tank, and in 1 hour, come and drain the whole system completely until you don't have any water. And after that, you're gonna start using it, the water. And the reason of that is because the system is so strong. So we let that flush the first tank, so that way we should get it all clean, and that way the water is not so stronger. So let that decline, and that's the way you have to do it. That's all. System, easy, alkaline, and no other things we need to do it, just that. Thank you so much, and have to see you guys soon. Thank you for watching the videos. My name is Saul Gomez, and I'm here for you guys. Thank you so much.